Good morning. Is it really a good morning? We had Friday the 13th just 3 days ago, and to find out, I got this through some investigations I was doing on the ASX, and I don't watch mainstream media. I haven't had the television on since 2020, so I don't know if this is mainstream news. I'm sure it would be at some stage. Um, but this parasite, has sold us out yet again. Look at him, a smug little face on it. What a cretin he is. Complete and utter parasite. A pile of dirt, crap on your shoe. That's all he is. He's just horrible. He's insipid. Very, very disgusting. To find that Amazon, who not only is looking after all of the delivery, all the products, all the services, everything like that, they're doing all the media, they're doing all the entertainment, all the music, they're doing everything. The services that they're providing. Just remember, the whole idea is it's going to be a totally service based future. That's what the reset is. The great reset is where you don't own anything, you lease everything, you loan, you purchase you hire things. And it started as soon as they had all the media, where you actually had the streaming platforms for music. That's where it all started. And you couldn't go and buy your music on the CD. So all the royalties were not really going to the artist, they were potentially going to the company or the organization or to the service provider, which in this case is Amazon or Apple, whichever one it is. So to find that they're investing 20 billion to expand a data center in Australia and to strengthen the nation's AI future. Do you, as an Australian citizen, do you want AI here? Do you want AI to take over and control your world? Do you want the doctor to be an AI? Do you want your lawyer to be an AI? Do you want your politicians to be AI? Do you want your government, your police, everybody to be AI, where they have no human connection, they have no empathy, they have no logical feelings of a human being, no compassion? All they have is data and let's click button A and cut. And sorry, it started here with the government when you had to fill questionnaires out for things. And even these days, you go online and you see if you're qualified. And that's all part of the whole AI, where they're proving technology. You have to provide that much data that it's segmenting you from being a human being to be a certain class or a certain faction of the human being. And only certain factions will be allowable and others will be not given anything. And this is really, really bad. I don't think that's good. And that's the guy from Amazon with him, supposedly. So $20 billion dollars in between now by remember 2030 was the big thing, the 2030 plan. Um, well, now it's 2029, so that when 2030 happens, bang, they're going to roll it all out and that's it. We're all under tyranny. So they're building more solar farms in Queensland, Victoria. Wow, poor Victoria, because they're the Labor state. Labor in Victoria, Labor in Queensland. Oh, what a coincidence. And of course, Queensland, we get a lot more sun because we're closer to the equator, being further north. Okay, so they're just basically saying this is what we're going to do. We're going to expand, operate, and maintain the data centres infrastructure in Australia. The country's largest public government global technology investment. That's a mouthful, isn't it? The country's largest publicly announced, sorry, global technology investment. Because they've got to tell you what they're doing. I've told you it's that karmic law of the universe. They have to tell you what they're doing. And if you don't say no, we don't want it, get stuffed, go away, drop dead, you've given silent consent and you deserve what comes your way. So you've got to stand up and say no. Don't be weak. Stand up and say no, you don't want it. It may not mean anything, but in the end of the day, it's going to make things more difficult for them. And that's why this whole awakeness that people have of what's happening with the world and the tyranny and the double standards and just the um, inhumane and the evilness that they're doing. It's also making things very, very difficult. They know that they're losing. because they can't control us anymore. So this is where AI is going to take over and do everything for us. And these AI robots will not have any compassion. They won't go, okay, you want to go see your child. Oh, you don't feel well, you're sick. They'll say, I don't care. You disobeyed. This is your punishment. Bang. Yeah, it will be full on jail tyranny. Okay, so their vision is to improve productivity and grow the economy through AI intervention. How is that going to grow? And it's even scarier. The ASX stock that I was looking at is Samsung. Samsung have an actual ship um, building organization, and doing. Um, they've made a contract with this or a deal, which is with this ASX company that I have some shares in. An announcement of a deal that they've made with Samsung with their heavy shipbuilding business, which I didn't even know they did that. But anyway, there you go. They're building ships automatically, the robotic ship building. And the guy that's the ASX company, he started with automatic bricklaying. So he's right into this automotive um, building, which is normally hands-on for a labourer, that robots will do it instead, or it'll all be automated. So yeah, that's how I got onto this Amazon shit. Let's just go down rabbit holes and you don't even know you're down one. Okay, so they're saying the expecting to contribute to Australia's 600 billion annually by 2030. See, there's that magic 2030. Wow, unbloody believable. They began in 2012, and look at these solar panel farms. Aren't they horrible? Until a big storm comes and they all get smashed, and they're all looks like they're all drowning in water. How do the solar panels go in when there's flooding? How do they work? Does anybody get electrified or electrocuted? Do they have any major issues or maintenance issues or concerns? And how does the electricity that's generated gets transmitted when the weather's like this? I don't understand. Oh, they're going to use all of the cloud infrastructure. Wow, this is really, really alarming, because we didn't vote for any of this. We didn't give consent for any of this, and we really don't want any of this. It's destroying our country. And to see this parasite, this fucking grub, and I will call him a fucking grub because he is, he's worse than shit on your shoe. He's despicable. And I don't know one person that voted for Labor. Not one person. So it tells me that it was a stolen election. Yeah. So here, look at this. They have to make it look that Australia is such a diverse country. I have never, ever, ever, ever seen this group of four people that are so multiculturally different in one photo here in Australia. So this is a staged photo, completely staged. Um, yeah, we don't see that. I don't know of anybody that looks like that in Australia. I don't see anybody that wears those type of hats. He's from Sudan, I'm sure. Um, but maybe this is Melbourne. I don't know, but it's certainly not here in Queensland. And so they're doubling down to help Australian startups accelerate. Wow. So they want all these NGOs, non-government organisations, where they can create a need. They have friends that build the businesses, and then they give the contracts. The government give the contracts to their friends and family, and that's how they make all this money. And I was aware of all of this during the whole um, COVID situation when they were putting out, saying how much they needed to get all these glass little canisters to put all the vaccines in, and they were talking about how they were tendering them out, and they had a major problems trying to find someone that could provide them at such a timely manner because we needed to get these vaccines out to the people as soon as possible. We've got to do warp speed, like Donald Trump said. And so they said, oh, luckily though, we've got somebody that's able to provide all of these for us. And I looked into it, and it was one of the brothers or family of the brothers' businesses that had the contract to do it. And they'd never, ever, 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 ever done anything in glass manufacturing before. So it was a complete startup to profit from the vaccine rollout. Complete scam. But anyway, um, it's just ridiculous. And this is all that's happening here. And to have AI teaching people, these included work-based learning programs, 12-month training programs for data centers operated by Amazon, AI Ready Intuitive launched. So provided free AI training to 2 million people globally. AI training. So does that mean they're training you to use AI or AI is training you? See what I mean? Is that a poxy? Is that a, what do they call it? One of those oxymoron statements? You think you're learning how to use AI, but AI is actually indoctrinating you and also gathering all your data and milking your mind, maybe manipulating your mind. I don't know. But anyway, so this is a complete and utter scam. I don't like any of this. We didn't agree for any of this. We didn't ask for any of this, and we should all say no, no, thank you. We don't want any of this. Thank you. And for this parasite here, to be smug and walking around like a complete utter knob, what a wanker he is. Yeah, I don't like him at all. As my dad used to say, when he didn't like somebody, I wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire, and that's how I feel about him. But anyway, I've had my rant. I feel good. So look after your family, look after your friends, look after your dear darling animals, and Godspeed to all. Godspeed.